We already learned the drug development story, phases of drug development, and the process followed to ensure that treatments we use are safe and effective. Now, let's look at the various stakeholders who are part of that global process. Meet Professor Cannonball, head scientist at Epic Medicine, a large pharmaceutical company based in New York. They want to find a better cure for tuberculosis. After their phase 1 and 2 trials on their compound, called TB Cure, they're ready for the next step. These trials showed promising outcomes, with far less side effects than the standard of care currently given to TB patients. To bring this new drug to the market, they now need to conduct a phase 3 trial. Epic Medicine is called the trial sponsor. But what is a sponsor? A sponsor is an individual, institution, or organization that starts, manages, and finances a clinical trial. They either pay for it directly or get funding. They do not actually conduct it themselves, but rather collect and analyze the data from the clinical trial done by sites. Being a phase 3 trial, Epic Medicine needs to enroll thousands of participants across the world to prove safety and efficacy long-term. As the sponsor, Epic Medicine is responsible for selecting suitable sites across the globe to conduct the phase 3 trial. They're considering a site in China, one in the UK, 2 sites in Africa, and 1 site in South America. Epic Medicine will still be responsible for the overall conduct of these trials. The management of a trial in multiple countries is a lot of work for one sponsor. Therefore, Epic Medicine decides to use a UK-based company called Trial Assist. They are a large contract research organization, also called a CRO. They will manage the safety and quality of the trial and report to Epic Medicine. Clinical trials must be conducted according to strictly controlled international and local standards of good clinical practice. Approval to do the study is needed from 2 different bodies. These are the Regulatory Authority and 1 or more ethics committees. As Epic Medicine wants to register the drug in the United States, they must submit all product and trial information to the American Regulatory Authority, the FDA, and to all regulatory authorities in each country where they want to conduct the trial. In each country, the Independent Ethics Committee, IEC, also known as an Institutional Review Board, or IRB, reviews all trial information to ensure the protection, safety, and well-being of the people participating in the trial. At each site, a qualified individual with experience in clinical trials will be selected to take overall responsibility for the conduct of the trial and lead their research team. In a clinical trial, the team leader is called the investigator. This investigator must have certain qualifications, like a medical doctor or scientist. They are also responsible for the medical care of the participants that will be enrolled into the trial. As the investigators at each site cannot be expected to do all the required trial tasks on their own, the investigator may delegate some of these to other qualified and trained team members, like doctors, nurses, or pharmacists at their site. These staff members may assist the investigator with various tasks if they've been approved by the authorities to work on the study, trained on the trial requirements, and delegated by the investigator. Once the trial has started, Epic Medicine will work with the CRO, Trial Assist, to appoint a monitor for each of the sites. This monitor is also referred to as a Clinical Research Associate, or CRA. They will visit the site regularly, reviewing trial records to ensure the study is conducted properly. They will report to the investigator and to Epic Medicine after each visit to keep everyone up to date with how the trial is going. Important data on the safety and effects of the use of TB Cure is collected at every site in real time by the site team members. This data, collected from the results of the Phase 3 trial on TB cure, will be used to determine whether this is a safe and effective treatment that may be better than the current standard of care. That is why the study on TB cure would not be possible without participants. They are the most valuable role players in clinical trials. In the past, as history has taught us, they might have been passive subjects, given no real choice. But now, with good clinical practice in place and the oversight of regulatory authorities and ethics committees, volunteers in clinical trials are active and informed participants. It takes a lot of teamwork to successfully develop, approve, conduct, and manage a clinical trial. Each role player has a very specific role and responsibilities as set out in the Good Clinical Practices Guidelines. Throughout this course, you will learn more about each of these functions and responsibilities.